Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of That's a Wrap. I'm Caboose XBL.
I'm Ender the Answer.
And today we got for you guys the second episode of our second week here covering Avengers Infinity War with the Infinity War Countdown. Now before we jump into this and our topic that we have for this week, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if you could leave a like rating on the video as it shows your support, and we'd really appreciate it. So if you could leave a like, that would be awesome. And with that said, let's jump into it. What do we got here for week 2?
First off, I want to say a quick shout out to thanks to everybody for all the comments that you left in the first segment. I loved it. I interacted with a lot of people. Some really cool theories people did out. There's some that were not aware to me at all. So it'll be cool how we compile these all at the end and maybe do a final episode. You know, all our bold predictions, put them all together.
When we get there, it will definitely be something.
It was really nice engagement with a lot of people this time. So it was great.
Absolutely. So what do we got here for week 2?
So we're going to talk about Cap.
Yep.
You know, a big, very, very important character. You see the hats there. One of my favorite characters. Where has he been? Kind of speculation what we think is going to happen with him in this movie. What I've loved what Marvel has done with these kind of Avengers movies, you know, Civil War and then Captain America 2, it's still been really focused on him. You really felt that he is still the leader of the team. Although Iron Man, Tony Stark is an important figure, he still has been that kind of overall big leader.
I gotta agree.
Felt that.
I gotta agree.
Felt that. And I think it's good because he is involved. It's just such an incredible, you know, Captain Rogers and Captain America without these movies.
No, I agree with you. And like when you look at especially from the first Avenger, and he was kind of like the Boy Scout, and that carried on in Avengers 1.
Yes.
But then right when the Winter Soldier came out and the Russos took control, they figured out what they need to do with this character, and since then they've nailed him every single time.
And what I love about him is, I mean, you know, like I said, comparing him to kind of Iron Man. Iron Man has a suit and everything, the technology up the wazoo. Like Iron Man says, he's just blue liquid that was put into him.
Yeah.
And he's still awesome. Yes, it did give him some powers, but
everything good that came out of him came out of a bottle.
Exactly. And the badassism continues. So
So all right, talking about him in Infinity War and where he has been. What has happened to him since the events of Captain America Civil War? He's got a beard now. He looks like an incredible badass. He does. You know, he looks super cool. But why? He looks pissed. Yes. You know, so that's what we want to kind of explore and speculate a little bit about. So to start it off, to kick it off, I think one thing that seems the most apparent is he's with Black Widow. That's for sure. He's probably with Falcon. That's his best bud. You know, we've seen that relationship grow since the Winter Soldier. And then I'm assuming he is also with Hawkeye. Hawkeye was one of the people that was imprisoned back in Captain America Civil War.
I'm assuming you're wrong, Caboose.
Okay, well, I don't know how. But he's probably, so I'm assuming he's probably with those people right now. And they're fugitives, obviously, because they've broken out of like this maximum security prison. And they're on the run. That's what I'm assuming has gone on from the events of Civil War to Infinity War. And because of that, because he's seen basically his entire country turn against him, first of all, he's no longer Captain America.
Yes.
Second of all,
that is evident.
Yeah. Second of all, he's become very jaded, very cynical, and he is not the Boy Scout that he was in Avengers 1. That's for sure.
So I'll agree with you on that point. Okay. I will. And as far as whereabouts, I think he's too proud. He's too much of a badass to be on the run. And you're right. The country has kind of, because he's all about the country. You know him. He's all about
Captain America.
And I love the look. I love the Nomad. I love where they're going with him. We're going to explore another new character. Marvel just continues to evolve these characters along. But I don't think he's on the run. I think he's too proud, too cool, too much of a badass to be on the run. Now he's hiding out. And I don't think the other characters are with him. I think everybody's kind of gone their separate way. But they're in contact with Captain America. But I think if the country was going to come after these guys, they care more about Cap. They're going to go after Falcon and these other guys. Because, you know, you didn't mention Ant-Man. Ant-Man was there too. So where is he? We haven't seen him in the trailers yet. Is he around? I think he's hiding out. Obviously, the events of Thanos and whatnot, and is going to bring him to the forefront. And we're going to get a little bit more into that. But I don't think he's hiding. I don't think he's on the run.
I think whatever's going on with Ant-Man, we'll probably find out a little bit more with Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Perhaps.
Because that movie does come out after Infinity War. So he probably, whatever happens there, he goes on his own way. And he's working with the Wasp to do whatever they're going to do in that movie. But okay, fair enough. So you think they're not on the run right now, but they are in hiding. Obviously, they're still fugitives. People are chasing after them, trying to catch them.
But even when I say hiding, I don't mean like they're in a dark little corner somewhere. I think he's too proud of that.
But
he is there.
Proud or not, like people are trying to chase after him and take him down,
well, you know, that's a very good point you make, because I wonder if they're going to explore that and do a little bit of this movie. Are we going to see the general saying, hey, we're looking for him, we're trying to find Cap? I just don't see that happening too much in this movie. I think they're kind of just, it's going to go in a little naysay. Yes, they should address it. There's just so much that happens in this movie. When me and you break down the 2.5 hours, 245 minutes, whatever it may be, how much time could they put into these tiny, tiny little subplots that they do have to address? I don't think this one's going to be a major one. I think overall, Cap and his team is going to be needed to take down this
Fair enough.
overall super villain. Are they going to care about? Oh no, hold on, don't go beat Thanos because we got to arrest you. I think they're just going to put that to the next
I agree with you there. I understand what you're saying, but I think if they want us to get the feeling of consequence from Civil War, we have to see a little bit of those
That is a good point. That is a good point. But see, the killer thing is, do you do it quickly? Do you do it half-assed? Or do you make us feel it and waste a lot of time on that?
Another question, I guess, then. Hiding, on the run, whatever it may be, clearly it seems like he's not been in the public forefront from the events of Civil War leading up to Infinity War.
Yes.
So, what is it that brings him out of the shadows? What is it that brings him back into the light? I'm thinking it probably has something to do with Scarlet Witch. We see that scene in the trailer when one of the members of the Black Order, I believe it's Proxima Midnight, was throwing that staff at him, and he catches it, and it looks like, literally and, metaphorically, he is now coming out of the shadows, and he is brought back into the light.
Talk about goosebumps.
Yeah, and then we see that shot of Scarlet Witch who's like happy to see him, almost relieved to see him. So was he keeping an eye on her? We saw that he cared about her a little bit in Civil War.
Well, and, I got a side bold prediction. I got a bigger one later, but a side one from that trailer. Don't be alarmed if that's not the scene that Scarlet Witch is looking back at him. It could totally be somebody else.
No, of course.
It could totally be somebody else. So I think what does bring him back, first off, I love that he's pissed off. He's pissed. Yeah. He's had enough of this. And I'm telling you, Thanos is going to put him over the top, where Thanos is going to come and say, I'm just done with this. This is another villain. I just want to kick his ass. I'm so done with this bullshit. I love what they're doing with him. And I hope in the next trailer, whatever may come up, I hope he doesn't talk. I hope they save that. Not that we haven't heard his voice before, but it's really cool.
What he has to say in Infinity War will be important.
Exactly. It will be important, whatever those first lines are going to be. I think it's all Bucky. He's coming back. I mean, the whole Civil War was all about Bucky.
That makes sense.
He cares about this guy so much now. He knows that he is. He probably knows that maybe he is safe, not where he is. That's how this whole Wakanda thing is going to come into play. He's coming back for Bucky. If we put the trailer together, he's there. It's Black Panther. Yeah. We know for sure that trailer is Black Panther's telling him to get this man a shield. So he is there with him. He's got him in Wakanda, went back for Bucky. Something erupts, something happens, he has to get into the line of fire.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, the more that I think about it, it probably does make sense that whatever he does to get back into the limelight is because of Bucky. So, I got to agree with you there. You've definitely, you've convinced me on that argument there.
Yes. But, so, like I said, wherever he's hiding out, his fault, he's going for Bucky. He's going to find Bucky.
Yeah, and I mean, so the idea of who Captain America is right now in Infinity War is a character that he was in the comic books, which is called Nomad. Now, I doubt they're probably going to call him Nomad. I doubt Chris Evans or Steve Rogers is going to be like, call me Nomad now.
As much as I love the badass, I don't like that name.
That's a bad name. It's a bad name. But just that persona, that whole what he takes on. Not being Captain America, essentially. We saw, he's wearing the suit, the Captain America suit, but the stars ripped off the chest. The Avengers A is ripped off the
amazing.
shoulders.
I love it.
That's a really, really nice touch that's added there. And of course, the Russos have mentioned in interviews that yes, he is full on Nomad, what that character is and what it represents in the comic books in Infinity War. And now this leads to my bold prediction with Infinity War.
Let's have it.
With Cap not being Captain America, having his whole country turn on him, having even some of his allies turn on him, I think even after this movie, even after Avengers 4, we're never going to see Captain America again. He is, from here on out, Nomad. That's my bold prediction.
Okay.
That's my
now,
bold prediction.
I'll say, that prediction, I'll agree with and I'll disagree with. First off, I think he's going to come back as a normal Captain Cap 4. Avengers 4. We're just going to want to see it end up. Might be a different suit. But to agree with that, if he's going to get killed off in the second movie, then I'll agree with it. He'll just stay as that Nomad, and he'll go like that.
Yeah, okay.
But that's a whole big, another episode of the countdown for another day.
Yeah.
Now, fair enough. My bold prediction is around the shield. There's been a lot of talk about it, and I'm telling you, I don't think he's going to get the shield.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think he needs it. His best fight scenes are without it, and like Spidey said, that shield defies all laws of physics. So whatever he does with it, usually he throws it around and comes back to. Seeing Cap in the hand-to-hand combats that he's had with GSP, that fight scene, he didn't even really need it with Spider-Man. He had these amazing fight scenes, the hallway scene. The shield was there, but I think he could still kill it without it. I don't even think he's going to get in the second movie. And if they don't, I'm fine with it. It is amazing. Now that just brings us to a little side point. Is that moment going to happen with Iron Man to give it to him?
That's the thing,
I'm still fine if the shield isn't there and they still have an embrace together.
Okay.
It's still going to be great. The shield is just, it's there.
It's just that's the one thing where I was like, it would have been such a nice arc where Iron Man's the one that kind of rips and strips away the Captain America mantle from him,
right?
But he's also the one who will give it back to him.
Right.
And
that's going to be a compelling thing in this movie too. Is he still going to be pissed off at him? Are they
Yeah.
going to acknowledge it? We're saying all these little things they got to
Yeah.
acknowledge and how much time they're going to spend at
Well,
it.
lots of episodes here that we can get out of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
side conversation.
exactly. And I think we're teetering now to
Yeah.
some other ones. So
Yeah.
let's stay on course here.
So speaking overall and just kind of giving a broad perspective on this, what happened to Captain America? Essentially what it looks like is between the events of Civil War and Infinity War, the country's turned against him. He's no longer Captain America because it looks like America doesn't represent him the way that he did for them.
Right.
So he's become jaded, he's become cynical, he's become mean. And obviously, because of that, he's now Nomad. But
no matter what, when the ultimate threat comes to the country,
he's ready to step up.
Cap will be
He's
there.
ready to step
Cap
up.
will be
100%.
there.
100%. And that brings us to the end of the video that we have here about the Infinity War countdown and what happened to Captain America. We kick it to you guys now in the comments section below. What do you think? What happened to Captain America between the events of Civil War and Infinity War? And what is your bold prediction about what happens with this character moving forward? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments
Let
section
us know.
below.
I'm interested to see, especially kind of what we said, even just little things with the shield, and when he comes back, what will it be for Bucky?
Yeah.
Let us know. I loved interacting with people last time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And once again, if you could leave a like rating on the video, it shows your support, and we really appreciate it. You can follow us both on Twitter and Instagram. The links are going to be in the description. And if you can drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new.
That's a wrap.